alongside this manual comes gold lattice, because generally students are either in grey or gold lattice at the time that they're doing this. And a lot of the time, you might find that some of the activities requested in here happen to also be in gold lattice or grey lattice. So I would say to Jamie, don't worry about that, because you're doing that in lattice at the moment. You don't have to do it because it's in the H.O.W. manual, you see. So these ones are not necessary because you're doing them
or you use the topic.
Or you use that and bring it into that.
Yeah, so it's a compare and contrast paper. So you use the elements that will give you, because they're more thorough when it comes to English, giving you a breakdown on how to write a research, a comparison paper. But then you use the topic from here. So instead of writing about a random thing from Latin, you write a thing related to KONOS H.O.W.
Alright, then the student has, we're just doing this, you know, briefly, we can spend deeper time on it, but the student's got their KONOS H.O.W. manual, you're a young adult, and you've read the lesson focus together, so everybody knows where you're headed. Here on the first page, lesson focus, the student then takes the activities and selects which ones are appropriate. Parent comes along and sees, which ones they like. Parent comes along and sees, now let me guide you into taking activities that you perhaps wouldn't choose on your own. So then that's the next step. The next step is that slowly through the manual you start finding that they are actually picking things they know are tough for them. You hope. They are actually picking areas where they know they have a bit of a weakness, because now you see maturity happen. They're not just taking the easy route and taking what I love to do, and they're taking the things that they know are going to stretch them. And if you don't see that happening, then you've got to do that for them and mentor them in that and say, look at this, you know, you keep avoiding everything to do with maps, Missy. You know, maybe it'd be an idea to get some sort of idea of the bigger picture of what's out there and having a grasp on mapping might just help you. But we eventually gave up on that because Missy's still struggling with north, south, east and west. So we're just trusting that God will give her a husband that is very directionally strong, and that she will just follow him wherever he goes. No matter what direction.
I know where we go most of the time. So.
Yeah, but she really did try to persevere through the map thing, and then again, you know, you can give it your best, and then you realize actually it's...
But with the maps, if any of you are doing mapping, I suggest you try to do it on Google Maps and not try and get your map work from map books, because it's very, very difficult to find most of the places that they're suggesting.
Yeah, but not everybody has got internet connection that enables that. So we will also talk about the various ways that you can do your mapping. Okay, we'll come back to that. Because you didn't have Google Maps, and you didn't do any of your mapping in any other way, but
I know, but it
would have helped if you
did.
But we'll show you the difference between how Missy managed her maps and then how Jamie did his in a different way. Okay, so back to the steps. So they've read through the activities for the week. You check what they're doing. You see that there's a balance. You see their schedules are reasonable. And Missy's got 30 activities in the week and Jamie's got 3. Okay, so you have to encourage him to do a bit more and trim hers. And, you know, that's basically how you work with it. The reason for doing the activities, you'll see in the KONOS H.O.W. manual, they've got this English activity, field trip, whatever, it took so many hours. And the reason why they're wanting you to put your time that you took on here is so at the end of the week, you can say, history I spent 13 hours, in English I spent 1.5 hours, and art I didn't do any art that week, so I didn't spend any time. The reason why you're adding up all this time is because so many times equals so many credits. Okay, so that's why they encourage it. That's not why we encouraged it. What I saw is, first of all, you'll notice that this is called a history, art, and English manual. It's not. It's geography. It's deep Bible studies. It's history. It's art. So why they don't have those extras on here, I just don't know. Because geography is a huge part of it, and it's not listed here. Bible studies is the biggest part of the lot, and it's not listed here. And so this is supposed to be American for credits, specifically. Yeah, politics is also in here. So so that would all be under law and all the rest of it. So basically what Missy was very serious about her times, okay? She wanted to put all her times in because she was a clock person. And Jamie couldn't really be bothered about the time. But
did Jamie even fill his times in?
So what I've tried to help Missy and Jamie to learn with their scheduling is it's not about getting your credits, that's not what the keeping your time is. The record for keeping time is because in the adult world, if you're not a good timekeeper, you're going to be in trouble. So that is why it's important to see this activity took me 20 hours. Now, Missy, did that activity need to take you 20 hours? Do you think you could do that same activity again and it could take half the time? What are the areas that cause you to expand that activity to that time? On the other side of the scale, an activity that could maybe take 10 hours or so took Jamie 20 minutes. Right. Jamie, do you think you could have given a little bit more into this activity? Okay, so that is the time aspect of this. It's from an adult perspective, teaching them to schedule their time, to keep their time.